December 2025 brought 1,306 company bankruptcies to Australia. The 2023 to 2024 financial year delivered over 11,000 companies into external administration. Construction firms account for 27% of all failures. These collapses destroy thousands of jobs, unpaid supplier invoices, and lost family deposits. These 10 companies tell the complete story. Number 10. LDC Homes, the Queensland builder that stranded 50 projects. LDC Homes operated as a luxury home builder across Queensland. In January 2023, the business folded, stranding nearly 50 home projects and owing creditors over $7 million. Fixed-price contracts killed the business. LDC agreed to build homes for set amounts while materials costs climbed 30 to 40%. Timber prices soared. Steel became scarce. Labor costs jumped. The company absorbed these increases rather than renegotiating contracts. Cash flow collapsed when LDC could no longer fund the gap between contracted prices and actual construction costs. Suppliers stopped extending credit. Subcontractors walked off sites. The business operated with negative margins on every project. Queensland homeowners discovered they ranked as unsecured creditors. Builder insurance offered limited coverage. Families watched life savings disappear while administrators sold company assets. Number 9. Booktopia, how Amazon destroyed Australia's largest online bookstore. Booktopia dominated Australian online book retail for 2 decades. At its peak, the company processed 8.2 million orders annually and stocked over 150,000 titles serving 5 million customers. July 2024 brought voluntary administration. The company owed $60 million. Amazon annihilated Booktopia's competitive position through superior logistics, lower prices, and faster delivery. The killer mistake came through warehouse automation. Booktopia invested $12 million into a new automated fulfillment center. The automation failed catastrophically. Implementation costs ballooned. The system malfunctioned repeatedly. Revenue fell 21% while customer orders dropped 19.6%. Senior management abandoned ship. The company fired 165 staff before administration. DG Direct founder Shant Krajian purchased Booktopia's assets in August 2024, but pre-administration customers lost orders and deposits entirely. The collapse demonstrates how international tech giants crush local businesses through scale advantages Australian companies can never match. We're independent Australian news covering what mainstream outlets will never touch. The establishment ignores stories about failing retailers and construction collapses while politicians claim everything is fine. We dig into the real data, follow the money, and show you what is actually happening in Australia. Hit that join button now. We publish every week, and this is just the beginning. Number 8. Project Coordination, 50 years ended in $25 million debt. Project Coordination operated in Canberra for over 50 years. April 2024 brought administration with over $25 million in debt. Administrators paused 21 active construction sites immediately. 5 decades of operational experience meant nothing when economic conditions shifted. Interest rate increases destroyed consumer confidence. The company funded cost gaps from working capital until reserves depleted. Subcontractor insolvencies created cascading failures. Number 7. Rourke Projects, multi-state builder crushed by $30 million debt. Rourke Projects operated across Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, and South Australia. July 2022 brought collapse owing nearly $30 million. The geographic spread became a liability as simultaneous problems struck all markets. Escalating construction costs eroded margins. Supply chain delays destroyed schedules. Client disputes multiplied. Subcontractor relationships collapsed as payment delays extended beyond 90 days. Number 6. St. Heliers, cash flow insolvency froze 21 sites. St. Heliers ranked among Australia's respected commercial builders. February 2024 brought voluntary administration after cash flow insolvency. Administrators immediately paused roughly 21 active construction sites. Commercial construction operates on tighter margins than residential building. Client payment terms destroyed working capital. The collapse stranded major projects across multiple cities. Number 5. Lloyd Group, $350 million in government projects abandoned. Lloyd Group specialized in government infrastructure across Victoria and New South Wales. The company entered voluntary administration in 2023 with 59 ongoing projects worth over $350 million threatened. Fixed-price government contracts became death traps. Public procurement rules prevented price renegotiation when materials costs climbed 40 to 50%. The collapse disrupted schools, hospitals, and community centers. Number 4. Roberts Co., the $60 million disaster after taking over ProBuild's failed projects. Roberts Co.'s Victorian arm collapsed in March 2025, stunning Australia's construction industry. The company was owned by multiplex heir Andrew Roberts, who had taken over ProBuild's troubled Victorian projects in 2022 after that builder's spectacular failure. The move appeared heroic, rescuing major developments from ProBuild's insolvency and preserving jobs. The collapse left 8 major projects abandoned, including Australia's largest Amazon warehouse. Company losses exceeded $60 million. The Craigieburn Amazon project alone lost $56.1 million. Roberts stopped funding mounting losses from his personal fortune when the hemorrhaging became unsustainable. Roberts Co. inherited ProBuild's poisoned contracts. The projects came with fixed pricing established before material cost explosions. Roberts accepted the contracts believing his company could manage the challenges through superior execution and financial strength. The calculation proved catastrophically wrong. Material cost increases destroyed any chance of profitability. Concrete, steel, electrical components, and mechanical systems all cost 35 to 50% more than ProBuild's original estimates. Roberts Co. absorbed these increases attempting to complete projects and establish credibility. The losses compounded faster than anyone anticipated. Subcontractor insolvencies created cascading failures. When electrical contractors or mechanical specialists collapsed, Roberts Co. paid twice, once to the failed subcontractor and again to replacement firms. The Amazon warehouse project particularly suffered from subcontractor chaos as specialized firms went bankrupt mid-project. The collapse revealed the true scale of ProBuild's disaster. Roberts Co. attempted to salvage projects that were fundamentally unviable at contracted prices. No amount of management skill or financial injection could overcome the pricing gap between contracted amounts and actual construction costs. The projects were doomed before Roberts assumed them. Andrew Roberts personally funded operations attempting to salvage his company's reputation. When losses reached $60 million, he made the rational decision to stop throwing good money after bad. The collapse demonstrated how even wealthy, experienced operators can fail when inheriting others' mistakes. Major outlets ignore stories like this. Mainstream media celebrates construction announcements while ignoring the collapses. We dig into administrator reports, track creditor losses, and show you the real cost of corporate failures. Hit join now. Independent Australian journalism requires your support. The Roberts Co. failure closed the final chapter on ProBuild's destruction. The projects ProBuild abandoned proved impossible to save. Every contractor who touched them lost substantial money. The construction industry learned a harsh lesson about assuming failed projects regardless of apparent opportunity. Number 3. ProBuild, the parent company collapse that destroyed Australian construction. ProBuild ranked among Australia's largest commercial builders. The company specialized in ambitious large-scale developments characterized by big budgets and complex designs. Major developers across Australia relied on ProBuild to deliver office towers, residential high-rises, and mixed-use developments. February 2022 brought the collapse. ProBuild's South African parent company WBHO placed the Australian subsidiary into voluntary administration following insolvency. Administrators searched for buyers but found nobody willing to assume ProBuild's contracts and obligations. Major projects across multiple cities faced immediate abandonment. The collapse left numerous developments incomplete. Half-finished office towers dominated city skylines. Residential apartment projects stopped mid-construction with buyers locked into purchase contracts for homes that might never complete. Commercial tenants signed leases for spaces that remained unbuilt. Rising material and labor costs crushed ProBuild's margins. Fixed-price contracts signed in 2019 to 2020 became loss-makers by 2021 to 2022 as construction costs soared. Supply chain disruptions delayed materials while labor shortages drove wage inflation. ProBuild absorbed increasing costs while contracted prices remained frozen. The company attempted to maintain market position through aggressive bidding. ProBuild accepted low-margin contracts hoping volume would generate profits through operational efficiency. When costs exploded, the strategy failed completely. Every project lost money simultaneously, creating unsustainable cash burn. The collapse spread devastation throughout Australian construction. Subcontractors owed millions joined unsecured creditor lists. Suppliers lost substantial accounts receivable. Property developers scrambled to find replacement builders willing to complete projects at reasonable costs. Many projects sat abandoned for months. Other builders attempted to salvage ProBuild's work. Hutchinson took over a Brisbane apartment development. Roberts Co. seized control of 6 contracts including the 130, Little Collins Street Strata office building. These rescue attempts often ended badly. Roberts Co. eventually collapsed under the weight of ProBuild's poisoned legacy. The ProBuild failure triggered a construction industry crisis that continues devastating Australian building. Other major firms examined ProBuild's collapse and recognized identical vulnerabilities in their own businesses. Many subsequently failed following the same pattern: fixed contracts, rising costs, supply problems, and cash flow destruction. Number 2. Mosaic Brands, the $318 million retail apocalypse that destroyed 9 Australian fashion icons. This is the shock. Mosaic Brands operated as Australia's largest specialty fashion retailer with approximately 7.8 million online members and roughly 800 stores at peak. The company owned 9 beloved Australian brands: Noni B, Rivers, Katie's, Rockman's, Miller's, Autograph, Beam, Crossroads, and W. Lane. October 2024 brought voluntary administration. July 2025 delivered full liquidation. The collapse destroyed $318 million in value. Over 2,800 staff lost jobs across Australian and New Zealand operations. Workers received $22 million in unpaid wages. Secured creditors claimed $54 million. The remaining $242 million in unsecured debts will never be recovered by 613 creditors. The federal court ordered Mosaic to pay $25.05 million in penalties for consumer law breaches. The company wrongfully accepted payment for 739,114 items it failed to deliver within promised time frames. Of these, 4,213 items never arrived at all. Almost a quarter of all online orders during a 6-month period involved delivery failures or substantial delays. The collapse unfolded systematically. September 2024 saw Mosaic announce it would wind down Rockman's, Autograph, Crossroads, W. Lane, and Beam brands. December 2024 brought closure of all 80 Katie's stores plus 80 additional Miller's, Rivers, and Noni B locations affecting 480 employees. January 2025 delivered the final blow. All 136 Rivers stores would close by mid-April with another 650 job losses. Administrators eventually liquidated the final 2 brands, Miller's and Noni B, after failing to find buyers. The entire Mosaic empire disappeared, leaving nothing but $318 million in debt and thousands of unemployed Australian. Shopping centers across the country displayed empty storefronts where these brands once operated. The business model failed fundamentally. Mosaic operated 9 brands targeting identical demographics, women over age 50. The brands competed against each other in the same shopping malls for the same customers. This cannibalization destroyed any economies of scale the consolidation strategy promised. Product differentiation collapsed as Mosaic centralized supply chains. All 9 brands sourced from the same factories. Many products were literally identical except for brand labels. Customers recognized they were paying different prices for the same items and abandoned the more expensive brands. The customer demographic was shrinking while younger shoppers showed zero interest. Women over 50 remained loyal but represented a declining market share. Attempts to attract younger consumers failed because the brands carried reputations as stores for mothers and grandmothers. Mosaic trapped itself serving a dying demographic while failing to attract replacements. Aggressive expansion through acquisition destroyed the company. Mosaic purchased Pretty Girl Fashion Group in 2016 for $75 million, adding 370 stores. The 2018 acquisition of Specialty Fashion Group brands cost $31 million and brought 832 additional stores. The 2019 Easy Buy purchase appeared brilliant initially but added complexity without profitability. COVID-19 forced closure of 1,379 stores and 6,800 staff stood down in March 2020. Between pandemic start and September 2021, Mosaic closed 288 stores permanently. A $32 million capital raise in September 2021 provided temporary relief but simply delayed the inevitable collapse. Administrators alleged Mosaic may have operated while insolvent since late 2020, for years before formal administration. The company potentially incurred massive unsecured debts while management knew the business could never recover. Directors face potential legal action though proving wrongdoing remains uncertain. Overseas factory workers suffered catastrophically. Approximately 40,000 garment workers in Bangladesh, India, and China never received payment for completed work. Some suppliers closed their own operations, creating ripple effect job losses across international supply chains. The human cost extended far beyond Australian borders. The collapse left 40,000 customers out of pocket. People who ordered clothes online became unsecured creditors with zero chance of receiving either products or refunds. Gift card holders discovered their cards became worthless. Prepaid Levy customers lost deposits and items. Mosaic Brands demonstrates how retail consolidation strategies can destroy rather than create value. Bundling multiple failing brands together simply creates a larger failure. The assumption that economies of scale will rescue mediocre businesses proves false when the core problems remain unsolved. Number 1. Porter Davis Homes, how 1,700 families lost everything. Porter Davis Homes ranked as Australia's 12th largest builder with the bulk of operations in Victoria. The company specialised in volume home building serving middle-class families pursuing Australian dreams of homeownership. For decades, Porter Davis delivered thousands of homes across Victoria, Queensland, and other states. March 2023 brought liquidation. Grant Thornton handled administration for 14 Porter Davis companies facing over 1,500 creditors. Work stopped on nearly 1,700 sites, 1,500 in Victoria alone. Families watched construction cease mid-project as contractors abandoned partially built homes. Another 800 signed contracts never commenced construction. The Victorian Managed Insurance Authority faced unprecedented claims from homeowners seeking insurance coverage. The scale overwhelmed systems designed for occasional individual builder failures. Porter Davis collapsed so comprehensively that insurance mechanisms proved inadequate to protect affected families. Some projects stopped at foundation stage. Others reached framing before abandonment. A few sat nearly complete when contractors walked off sites. The variation in completion status created impossible triage decisions about which projects to rescue and which to write off as total losses. Fixed-price contracts signed during the COVID housing boom destroyed the company. Porter Davis aggressively pursued market share, signing 3 to 5 times the normal annual contract volume in 2020 to 2021. The company took deposits, commenced projects, and committed to pricing that assumed stable or declining costs. Material costs exploded instead. Timber prices jumped 40 to 60%. Steel became scarce and expensive. Concrete, electrical components, plumbing fixtures, everything climbed relentlessly. Porter Davis absorbed these increases while locked into fixed pricing. Every project lost substantial money. Supply chain delays destroyed schedules and budgets. Materials ordered in March arrived in September. Contractors waited idle while Porter Davis paid standing charges. Customers demanded explanations for delays while threatening legal action. The company burned cash faster than revenue could replace it. Labor shortages compounded the crisis. Skilled tradespeople demanded premium wages in a tight market. Subcontractors prioritized builders who paid promptly. Porter Davis increasingly failed this test. Quality tradespeople moved to competitors while Porter Davis scraped together whoever would work for delayed payment. Interest rate increases destroyed consumer confidence. New customers canceled contracts or demanded discounts. The pipeline of future work evaporated while Porter Davis struggled to complete existing commitments. The company faced mounting losses on current projects with no profitable new contracts to offset them. The collapse devastated Victorian families completely. Middle-class Australians invested life savings into deposits. They sold existing homes expecting new construction would complete on schedule. When Porter Davis failed, these families faced homelessness or expensive rental markets while locked into building contracts for homes that would never finish. Builder insurance failed to protect customers adequately. The coverage offered limited protection. Claims required 5-week delays after insolvency and caps restricted maximum payouts. Porter Davis never took out required insurance for some projects, leaving customers completely exposed. Families discovered their deposits disappeared with zero recovery prospects. Victorian government established support schemes for affected customers after political pressure mounted. The state extended assistance as other builders failed following the Porter Davis template. However, government intervention came late and offered inadequate compensation compared to actual losses families suffered. The Porter Davis collapse exposed systemic failures in Australian residential construction. Builder insurance provides insufficient protection. Fixed-price contracts during volatile periods transfer all risk to builders with zero ability to adjust pricing when conditions change. Consumer deposits receive minimal protection compared to bank accounts or superannuation. Subcontractors joined families on unsecured creditor lists. Small family-run businesses lost hundreds of thousands in unpaid invoices. Many smaller firms faced their own insolvencies after Porter Davis failed. The cascade of failures devastated Melbourne's construction supply chain. We are building independent media covering corporate collapses the establishment ignores. Mainstream outlets celebrate new housing announcements while families lose life savings. We show you which builders are actually failing, document the financial destruction, and explain why regulations protect companies instead of consumers. This is just the beginning. Hit that join button now. Independent Australian journalism tracking corporate Australia's collapse requires your support. The Porter Davis disaster represents the worst possible outcome of Australia's construction crisis. A trusted builder with decades of history collapses spectacularly, destroying 1,700 families' dreams while government regulators prove powerless to prevent or adequately respond to the catastrophe.